And we find ourselves at the stadium that played host to Super Bowl 52, the wondrous U.S. Bank Stadium in Minneapolis. The scene a few moments ago, here it is. It's unlike any other in sport as both teams made their way out of the tunnel. These folks are fired up as their guys are ready to do battle between the New Orleans Saints and the Minnesota Vikings. Set to go now in Week 6 of the NFL season, and we are underway on EA Sports. This is fielded a couple yards deep, and he'll get it up to about the 26-yard line just across the 25.
Ready? You ready? Check 55, Mike. You don't want nothing. You don't want nothing. Hey, you don't want to see me. You don't want me.
Check 49.
The first carry now. This is Alvin Kamara. And they do finally get him, but he takes it to the 25. A huge play there right off the bat. 49 yards.
First down, New Orleans.
From Viking territory now, they'll come up 1st and 10 at the 25-yard line. Kamara. And give him about 3 as he gets it down to the 22-yard line. Not quite the success they had last play. This one goes for 3 yards.
What's the old expression, 3 yards in a cloud of dust? In this case, it's dust-covered pellets. It's no longer that old grass that we used to play on, right, and chew it up. Now we've got that artificial surface. You see the pellets go up. Still a nice play by the defense.
The last run got 3. Now here's 2nd and 7. Breeze now. And he's got it. Touchdown, Saints. Antonio Callaway, his 4th touchdown on the year. And the Saints take it right down the field and score on the opening drive. Will Lutz on for the point after. And it's good as the Saints have a 7-0 lead.
Next to score, Saints 7, Vikings nothing.
Morstead out now following the touchdown to kick. This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And the decision to bring it out is going to cost him about 7 yards all told as he's taken down back shy of the 20.
Set! 180! Let's go. Great. Tiger.
Here's Foles. And nearly picked off. Surprising to see a defender of his caliber let it get away, but it does get away and it's 2nd down.
There defensively.
Tiger!
An incomplete pass on first down. That leads to a 2nd and 10.
152. Not today.
Now Foles. He's going to let this one go deep. Oh, this is taken in. It's complete. A gain of 32 that time. So the line of scrimmage all the way up to midfield now as they've got it 1st and 10. From the midfield strike, they'll look to throw. Into double coverage, and it's intercepted. And hit behind the line. He lost the football. It's loose. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. I'll call it luck or skill, whatever the case. They're feeling good about just keeping the football there.
Yeah, the biggest thing that they're calling it now, our ball. I mean, they don't care if it was luck or skill. Boy, the panic that jumps up in your chest when that ball's on the ground, whether you get it or your teammate gets it, just as long as you maintain possession, that's all you're looking for.
Don't throw myself to the play.
1st down and 10.
The Saints offense on the field, ready to get their drive started. They'll be looking to duplicate that first drive, the one that got them that 7-0 lead.
Of course they would. I mean, look, they're on the road. So getting the 7-0 lead was huge for them, right? Imagine getting up 2 touchdowns on the road, taking the crowd out of the game. It'd be ideal.
He's got the lane, and there he goes. Past the 20, 10, touchdown, New Orleans. Alvin Kamara, an 80-yard touchdown. And the Saints are able to strike quickly for 6. They've got to be thrilled on the road right now. Touchdown, turnover, touchdown, and quickly trying to make it 14-0.
Yeah, and mentioned it already. On the road, to be able to go into someone else's house and establish a start like that, obviously your confidence rises in a big way, and you're putting some doubt in their minds.
Morstead out now following the touchdown to kick. This is fielded at the goal line. And nice work on the return as they'll start their drive just past the 30-yard line. The Minnesota offense about ready to get this next drive underway. Already down 2 touchdowns here in the first half. This becomes a pretty important drive, doesn't it?
It certainly does, and a lot of the teams script plays. We know that, right? They have a script to start the ball game, and typically those scripts go between 12 and 24, 25 plays. Down 2 touchdowns early, probably not very deep into their script. I think that they'll stay with it. I don't think they'll abandon it just yet and try and generate some offense on this drive.
Anything. At least 3 points, get that 0 off the board.
Back to you. I'm going back to you.
Foles lets it fly for Thielen. And that will be incomplete. Would have been a big hitter if they had connected. Instead, it's 2nd down. I know he wants to get his team back in the game, but a 50-50 ball right there that maybe was a little questionable.
Yeah, he's pretty lucky to get that one back. I think that sometimes these quarterbacks play with a lot of confidence that borders on arrogance, and that can put your team in some Dutch.
Yeah, especially maybe want to look at some safer routes after the interception he had that ended their last drive. Another throw on 2nd down, and this one incomplete as well.
I think someone's going to get into QB1's ear when he gets to the sideline. Already thrown an interception. That one should have been picked. Look, let's just be honest about it. That'd be the second person in his ear because he's hearing it in the huddle right now.
Not the start to the game he wanted. Like you said, the pick on the opening drive, second drive, not much better. Now they face a 3rd and 10 after back-to-back incompletions.
One.
51, Mike. Mike 51.
He'll look to throw. Oh, a battle for it here, and this will be caught. And this is going to be another first down as the tackle's made at the Saints 37.
One of the selling points of the corner route is usually the receiver is able to move away from the defender. But in this case, he didn't get that far away.
So in Saints territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 37-yard line. They run the counter with Cook. And the play goes nowhere. Losing yardage back near the 40 at the 39. It's a loss of 2 there, bringing up 2nd down. On 2nd and 12, Foles keeps himself upright. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Sheldon Rankins abruptly ends that play with a sack.
Well, someone's been up to the task so far in this game. They are already up a couple of scores, Brandon, and guess what? I think they're just going to pin their ears back now and get upfield and get after the quarterback.
Been such an impressive first half to get that lead. Need something from deep in the bag of tricks here after 1st and 2nd down went backwards. It's 3rd and very long.
Deeper.
52, Mike 52. It's our time.
They'll look to throw. Under pressure again, and down he goes again. Demario Davis in there to get him, and that is sack number 6 now for him on the year. On 4th down, here's Matt Bosher on the punt. Deontay Harris deep for New Orleans. And now the punt team couldn't get ready in time, and this is going to be a delay. So on now is the punter, Matt Bosher, to kick it away. Back deep, Deontay Harris. He punted 4 times in the loss last week as he gets this one away here. And a great job on special teams to down it, as this will be marked out inside the 5-yard line.
That is how you flip field position. That's an absolute bomb of a punt. Downs it inside the 5-yard line. Absolutely ideal.
From that position, you're hoping to get it down inside the 15, inside the 5. Superb. Now a fake on the give here as they try the run-pass option. And they're going to get this beyond the 40 before he's taken down. A gain of 39 that time.
It's not a surprise when you read scouting reports and watch tape, because you know he's a heck of a player. But he is so difficult to get down in the open field. They just want to get him the ball and let him do his thing.
Just like that, out of danger and up past the 40 now for 1st and 10. Now Breeze. And that's going to be incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one. It's 2nd down.
That was very well timed there defensively, because it's not a bad throw, but the collision came at the exact time he was reaching to bring in the football. Really, really well done.
Decent offense, just better defense. I think you're right.
Ready?
So 2nd down, still 10 yards to go. Ball on the 43.
Whip. Watch the whip. Kill.
Hey, easy. That's Sammy.
To throw, it's Breeze. And his throw's going to be incomplete. So now 3rd and 10, a big play to start the drive, but nothing since.
Hey, easy.
57 to Mike.
57. 5'9". 65. 65. Go. Check. Watch the ship.
Snap comes at 1. And now Breeze. And this one complete to Smith. They do get 9, but it leads to 4th down. And no move to get the offense off the field. They'll stay put on 4th and 1. 14-0 the score. This is the NFL on EA Sports. It would appear Sean Payton's made the decision here. They will go for it on 4th. Breeze to throw for it on 4th. And he's going to be sacked back on his side of the field at the 44. The Saints' decision to go for it backfires. And it'll be a turnover on downs. First down, here's the run with Cook. And they go backwards here, losing yardage back at the 48-yard line. Now that sends them 2 yards in the wrong direction and leads to 2nd down. On 2nd down, Cook. They'll get 4 on 2nd down, but it leaves them with 3rd and still 9 to go.
Well, if you're a football guy, that's a pretty run because everyone is in sync right there. Obviously, the guy carrying the ball, but how about the people up front? Leverage, athleticism, they created some nice space for him.
And now on 3rd down, they'll need to get it to the 36 to pick up the 1st. Now back to throw. And that will be incomplete. Well, they weren't scared to let it fly, but it falls to the ground and brings up 4th down.
Not only was the call spot on, how about the execution of that defense right there? Zone was absolutely locked up tight. He was trying to force it in there on 3rd down.
But if there's a time to force it, he felt like he needed to make a play, right?
Yeah, exactly right. 3rd down, you got to try and find something. There's nothing available there for him.
Let's go, defense. Let's get out the field, defense.
Now they'll throw here out of the gun. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Demario Davis, and that will force a turnover on downs. Now a 1st down carry. It's Kamara. And for one of the first times tonight, he's going to be held up at the line of scrimmage. The tackle made there by Linval Joseph.
No gain on the play. 2nd and 10 at the 47-yard line.
So after the run for no gain, here's 2nd and 10.
Here we go. Easy.
Breeze leaves this one with Kamara. And for one of the first times tonight, he's going to be held up at the line of scrimmage. Call it no gain on the run there, and now they'll be looking at a 3rd down. 2 runs for a net gain of nothing. Now here's 3rd and 10.
Easy.
There's Breeze. Looking long for Thomas. And it's going to be incomplete. He was able to catch it there on the right sideline, but out of bounds, says the line judge. And it's going to bring up 4th down. So Breeze is going to stay out there, and they're going to go for this on 4th down.
You're good. Ready. Hey, Haywood. 57. Mike, 57.
They'll go for it. It's Breeze. He's got an open man. He completes it to Callaway. And he goes down, but not before getting this inside the 25. Not often do fourth down conversions result in 23 yards, but that's the case here. First down.
Easy, opposite. 36. I'm coming after you. Hey, check Mike 57.
Off the play fake to Kamara, it's Breeze. And finding the tight end Hooper. And down inside the 15, shy of the 10. 12 yards there, good for a Saints first down.
First down, New Orleans.
Check.
57. Here we go, D. Here I come again. 57's Mike. Mike 57. I'm coming.
Hey, easy.
I'm coming.
Throwing on first down is Breeze. They'll set up the screen now to Kamara. And he's brought down just outside of the 10 at the 11. A short gain of just over 2 yards as the first half clock dips inside of 3 minutes.
Kill.
57 to Mike. Watch the flood.
On second down, Kamara. And he'll take it into the end zone for the Saints touchdown. Alvin Kamara with his second touchdown here in this first half. And the Saints able to stretch that lead out further. Lutz to try to add the PAT. And it is now 21-0. Morstead out now following the touchdown to kick. Gets fielded in the end zone. And he'll get it up past the 20 to the 22-yard line. Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. And some dangerous territory. You're already down 3 scores. A 3-and-out here or an inability to put any points up. This one might be over by half.
Yeah, and what you also have to guard against is calling every play for a big shot downfield. You know, thinking you're going to get all these points back on one drive. You're not. And last time I looked, it's still the first half. I'm not saying you have ultimate patience here, but you also don't have to go ahead and force everything either.
On second down now, it's Cook, and he's able to take this one up to the 35-yard line. 1:58 left to play till we hit halftime. Coming up in a couple of minutes, we'll get you to Jonathan Coachman in Orlando. The coach will have stats and scores from earlier today in the NFL. On the ground, it's Cook. It's a foot race. He's at the 30. 10. Touchdown, Vikings. Dalvin Cook, his first touchdown on the year, as they are now on the board here in the first half. And on that long run, maybe the defense caught napping a little bit.
The concentration level may not have been there. I agree with you on that one, because those types of plays, when they result like that, they're almost like big bolts of lightning, aren't they? Whoosh, and off he goes.
This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And all that work, but he stopped where he ultimately would have been, and he's simply taken a knee, and that's the 25-yard line. The Saints offense on the field, ready to get their drive started. There's really no reason to change what they've been doing to this point. They've got the lead. They've looked good this first half.
I agree with you totally, and a lot of coordinators, play callers feel exactly the same way. Until you stop what I'm doing, Why should I make any changes? But there are a few that kind of outguess themselves or try to outguess the opponent, and they try to consider what they would do to take things away and go to those plays right away. It'll be fun to watch when they get to the second half to see which way they go.
Yeah, but to this point, it certainly hasn't been broke. We'll see if they try to fix anything. The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8.
You got nothing.
No. Off. Hey, break it down, fellas. Break it down. Here we go.
They stay on the ground. This time it's Kamara. And just a short gain that time as they're able to get him down. Give him 3 on the run there. Now they're looking at a 3rd and about 5.
Well, that's not a run that's going to make any of the highlight tapes, but they've been moving it well all game on the ground. This is another one that keeps them moving forward.
Ready. Yellow waiting.
50 seconds to Mike. Let's go. Hey, watch it.
Kill.
Hatchet.
Hey, easy.
Keep going, boys, moving.
Once again, they'll keep it on the ground. And Kamara has it stripped. And the Vikings pick up the football. And they are going to set up shop at the 32-yard line. Often on fumbles, you look at the guy who coughed it up and say, geez, what did he do? But, hey, let's tip the cap to the defense here.
Not a problem at all, my man. I'm not even going to tip it. I'm going to doff my cap to him. Congratulations. Big-time play.
Now a hit, and Foles loses the football. It's out. The Saints say they have it, and they do.
Well, partner, they went empty set there. No backs in the backfield. All receivers out in the pattern. And in this situation, you know what the quarterback has to do? Act as his own blitz control.
Yeah, he's got nobody else there to protect him.
No one else there to protect, which means he's got to get rid of the football and absorb the hit, but not go down and fumble the ball.
On the ground, Kamara. He'll get a nice chunk there on the first down run, and it's 2nd and 4. The Saints going to call the first of their timeouts as they stop it with 11 seconds remaining in this first half. The last run got 6, now 2nd and 4.
That's what I do.
Check 52. 5-9.
He's checking. Crash.
Protein spill.
Mike 55.
Ready, set.
To throw is Breeze. Airing it out deep for Smith. Into a double team, and it's intercepted. Picked up by Harrison Smith.
Interception, baby. All day.
Intercepted. The Vikings take over 1st and 10 at their own 18-yard line.
The Minnesota offense about ready to get this next drive underway. Time here for likely one play, then off to the locker room, and they're going to have some adjustments to make.
They certainly will.
And he's going to go down. Couldn't get a throw off with the pressure. Maybe that was for the best, as that brings us to the end of this first half of play. We have hit halftime. Still 2 more quarters to go. We'll take a timeout. We'll be back after this. You're watching the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. It's in the game. All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3. Set now to go for the 3rd quarter. The Saints have the lead and set to receive the kick. And a good effort on the return there. Gets them across the 30 to the 33-yard line. Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. They have the ball here for the inaugural drive of the second half. Pretty big deficit, though. We'll see what adjustments were made in that locker room.
And I never want to make something more important than it actually is, right? I don't want to create more hype than what is there. But this is a real, I'm doing it, though. This is a really important drive. And we often talk about teams scripting plays to start a game. A lot of them script to start the second half, too. And they're scripting something that they expect to get them into the end zone and back into this game.
We'll see if that script is a good one for them. And he's going to take this across the 50 and into Saints territory. 9 yards is the pickup there, and they'll have a 2nd and 1.
It's a gain of 9. Brings up 2nd and a yard. At the 48-yard line.
A 10th carry in the game for Cook. And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40. 10 yards, and it's good for a Viking first down.
Well, that last run makes this a 100-yard night. I've loved the way he's hit the holes. He's been quick, he's been decisive, and he's been a whole lot of fun to watch.
Following the good run by Cook, here's another 1st and 10.
Hayden's goal.
He'll drop to throw. And that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up 2nd down.
This defense is continuing to contest every deep ball that is thrown downfield. And look, it doesn't matter whether you're playing man or zone. Eventually, that becomes man on man, and you've got to trust yourself and go up at that moment of truth and make a play on the football. But that's what you're looking for when you're wanting to throw the ball downfield. You want one of those guys who can play out on the perimeter, can play out wide, who can not only get open, but when they're covered, can uncover themselves downfield and create catches.
And they'll work it inside the 15-yard line before it's all said and done. 19 yards that time for number 19.
Watch the slap. Watch the slap. Great.
First and 10.
Inside the red zone here. They'll look to throw. He'll be hit and taken down at the 21. Alex Anzalone, his 2nd sack of the night.
This has been a tough one for this offensive line. It appears almost like they've been on roller skates this entire game, the way they've been pushed around. 6 sacks given up in this one.
Pass protection has been a problem all night long as they come up facing 2nd and a bundle. They'll set up to throw. And that will be incomplete. Tried to dial up the long way out there, but it'll be 3rd down. Throwing the football, he's not as sharp as he was last week when he was over 70%. Right now, he's under 50%.
Well, that comes from extra game film, extra time. You know those guys watched him all week, saw how precise he was, and constructed a defense to try and chip away at that. And thus far, they've been successful.
And Thielen's got it. Touchdown, Vikings. Adam Thielen, his 6th touchdown of the season, as his guys are back within a single score. That's a score you felt they had to have here in the 3rd quarter to get back in this game.
And you know that there was an emphasis on their side. Hey, we know this. We know where we are. But sometimes that binds you up so much that you try too hard, you don't get the score. A perfect combination of urgency, yet relaxed enough to get it done.
Here we go. Take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The Saints offense on the field, ready to get their drive started. They've seen their 21-0 advantage cut to just 7, so time to go back to work here. 1st and 10. They begin on the ground with Kamara, and he'll be upended at the 28-yard line. Just a 3-yard gain there.
They'd love to just strike back with a touchdown right here, and if it's a long play, so be it. But the main goal, get a couple of first downs, run some plays, run some clock, allow their defense to get a chance to catch their breath, settle down, and relax a little bit after they just gave up a score.
Now a pass hauled in downfield. And this is going to turn into another first down as the tackle is made at the Vikings' 44-yard line.
First down.
Hey, kill. 57's the mic. Watch 57.
Watch the slats. Watch the slat.
57.
On 1st and 10, here's Breeze. And he's got this one complete to Callaway. And he works it past the 30, almost to the 25. Give him 18 there, and the Saints have a first down.
Watch safety creeping. Watch safety creeping. Safety's creeping.
57 the mic. 57 the mic.
Hey, we heavy on the edges, heavy on the edges.
Breeze now on first down. He's got Smith here. It'll be a Saints first down on a pickup of 13.
I think that's a big pickup for a first down because when you run a drag route against zone, you're sometimes asking for trouble because you might run into a defender.
Yeah, well, there they ran into a first down. Executed it to perfection. Now Breeze. Looking middle, and it's incomplete.
And he still doesn't have a catch. We're into the second half. I think it's a little bit of a surprise to me, but that was one he should have caught.
Absolutely. That was his best opportunity right there. He dropped it.
Ready?
So after the incompletion on first, now 2nd and 10.
Hey, easy. Easy.
They'll run out of the gun with Kamara. And effective running here. He'll take it down inside the 10. They get 6 here after the incompletion, and it'll leave them with a 3rd and 4.
I think we can safely say that those types of players are the backbone of this offense. We know not every run's going to be a big hitter, but you know they'll take that type of result on each and every attempt.
Ready. Yellow waiting. Yellow waiting.
Hey, I'm coming.
Check. Pressure.
From the gun on 3rd down, Breeze. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Everson Griffin in there to drop him for a 6-yard loss, and that will lead to 4th down. On 4th down, off goes Drew Brees, and on comes the Saints kicker, Will Lutz, for the field goal attempt. And Lutz puts this one through. And that will push the lead up to double digits now at 10. So the drive stalls out inside the 15-yard line, but they do get 3.
And I've talked with enough players nowadays that when they have these types of kicks, that no one says to their guy, hey, that's just like making an extra point, piece of cake. Because the extra point is not a piece of cake anymore. But kicking a field goal from that distance, just give him confidence and let him knock it through.
This will be taken very short. And he'll take this one near the 25, call it the 26-yard line.
At their own 26-yard line.
The Minnesota offense about ready to get this next drive underway. I guess they have to feel a little gratified to at least get on the board last time, but still work to do.
No doubt about it. I wonder now if they're going to try to increase the urgency a little bit, maybe pump up the pace, maybe go 2-minute. Who knows? Let's see what they decide to do.
And he will be taken down, but a big pickup there on what's going to be the final play of the 3rd quarter.
We go. 180. Under. Yes.
Now Foles. He's going to loft one deep left side here. And at the 7-yard line, the catch is made. And he'll get into the end zone. Touchdown, Minnesota. Adam Thielen with his 2nd touchdown of the game, number 7 on the year, as they are now just an extra point away from making this a 3-point game. On is Hopkins now for the extra point. It's up and good, and this now becomes a 24-21 ball game. Now after the touchdown, it's Bosher to kick it away. And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken.
Let's go.
The Saints take over first and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The Saints offense on the field ready to get their drive started. I don't want to say that they're completely against the wall here, Charles, but all of a sudden, with the run that they've been on the other sideline, this is down to a 3-point game. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. The defensive end, Danielle Hunter, drops him.
Now, that was just absolute perfect man coverage. Nowhere for them to go with the football. Led to a sack. And that's really difficult to do in today's NFL with all these gazelles running around that you're trying to cover in the secondary.
Work to be done here on 2nd and 16 after the sack.
Here we go, here we go.
Bree's going to throw. He'll air it out deep for Thomas. They've got his man complete. 20, 10, touchdown, New Orleans. Michael Thomas, 81 yards. And the Saints able to stretch that lead out further. But yes, Michael Thomas is a volume receiver, but he can also make some really big plays, especially with Drew Brees throwing the football.
I love the way you described it. Volume receiver who could also make big plays. In other words, if you underestimate him, he'll run past you or he'll just jump over the top of you and continue to make those big plays.
That'll be taken in the end zone. And he'll make it across the 20 as his guys will set up shop at the 23-yard line. Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start plotting for this drive, when you start thinking to yourself, okay, what are we going to do? You don't go away from what you did before because that worked, but you have to be prepared for wrinkles and counters because you know they'll make some adjustments.
That last catch short of the marker by just a yard leaves them with a very manageable 2nd and 1. Foles. Incomplete, almost intercepted. They haven't picked him off yet. Would have been a great time for the first, but instead it's 3rd down. The Vikings on 3rd down. They've converted 3 out of 5 thus far. They're up against a 3rd and 1 situation. Here's Foles. Gonna let one fly for Robinson. And unable to connect. Incomplete. I'll give them credit. They took their shot, but it's going to bring up 4th down.
This defense was definitely alert to the possibility of the deep ball, and they were more than ready for it.
They've got the lead, 4th quarter. Maybe can expect more passes like that downfield. And they're indeed going to go for it here on 4th down. So trailing here in the last quarter. Let's see how this plays out. Now they go for it on 4th, but this one is going to wind up incomplete. Mike Zimmer got to be unhappy with how that turned out. And the Saints are going to get it back and in great shape. From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10. Kamara trying the right side. He'll get the 1st down and more inside the 20. And all the way down to the 17-yard line. He'll get 15 and a Saints 1st down.
Do my eyes deceive me, or is he getting stronger as this game moves along?
Burst seems just as good here in the 4th as it was way back in the 1st, doesn't it?
I do believe someone put a lot of time in the offseason and continues to condition during the season in order to continue to carry the ball at this rate.
Ready. Waiting.
It's going to be a long day.
Hey, easy.
Staying on the ground on 1st with Kamara. And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, New Orleans. From 17 yards out. And the Saints able to stretch that lead out further. He keeps carrying the ball into the end zone. And in this one, he's sort of carrying the team on his back.
He's the reason that they lead right now. No question about it. And you talk about on his back, he's not minding the extra weight at all, is he? Carrying that just as lightly as he does the football. Yeah, what a great performance so far.
Those 3 touchdowns, it's got him in the lead. Morstead out now following the touchdown to kick. This will be taken short. The Minnesota offense about ready to get this next drive underway. And last time this unit was out here, costly turnover, and then that turned into 6 points. They've got to make amends.
And how many times have we sat in meetings with coaches and they use the term complementary football? Offense take care of the defense, defense take care of the offense. That didn't happen on the last possession. This is a chance for them to pick themselves back up and help their team.
Yeah, we'll see if they can recoup and recover. A gain there of 30 big ones. So how about that for a chain mover? They're all the way down inside the 40 now for 1st and 10. And this is going to be caught. He won the fight for the football. A good pickup there, a 22. What a throw right there for the first down. He has taken some real punishment in this game, but still standing in the pocket, completing that one.
He's a flat-out warrior. There's no question about that. How about him stepping up into the teeth of the rush and delivering there for that big strike and that big pickup?
From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. And it'll be intercepted. Picked off by Mike Hilton. And the return won't go anywhere. They'll be back deep in their own territory at the 2-yard line. Well, both defenses have had their struggles, but they've been good enough to get them this lead, and another nice play there to help preserve the lead.
It's been a game of punch-counter-punch, hasn't it? All throughout. But this time, the big swing was taken, and it didn't land. Nice play by them on defense.
They start the drive on the ground. Kamara. And he'll get him a little bit of breathing room across the 5 to the 6-yard line. The tackle made there by Harrison Smith. And when do they start thinking about burning these timeouts? They've got all 3 still defensively.
To me, you have to start right now. Here's the time, and that means you've got to stop them on defense, not give up the yardage, use your timeouts in order to get the ball back and try and score yourself. But now is the time to start using those timeouts.
And keep in mind, it'll also stop the clock at the 2-minute warning. Again, it's Kamara. And he'll take this forward only up to about the 7. Call it a gain of a yard, and it's going to bring up 3rd and 5.
Well, we just saw a great example of what we talked about with his coach prior to the game. He's definitely one of the better linebackers at reading a play and flowing to make the stop before it turns into something big.
The Saints on 3rd down. Not good. 0 for 4 thus far. This will be 3rd and 5. Now a fake on the give here as they try the run-pass option. And he'll go down for a loss inside his own 5 at the 4. And now, defensively, they're going to burn their first timeout. Remember, they get an extra time built in coming up here shortly at the 2-minute warning. And he'll try and hurry the kick, gets it away, but it's not looking that great. He'll take this inside the 40. Only 29 yards on the punt there. Definitely not his best. And we have reached the 2-minute warning. Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10.
52's the mic, boys. 52.
Go!
Trying to shake off the interception. He'll look to throw. He's going to let it fly. And that'll wind up incomplete. Trying to give his man room to run under it, but it's 2nd down. So the Vikings in possession of the football as we get you reset. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. to get away as Foles is taken down. Demario Davis make that now 8 sacks for him on the season. Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. And Thielen's got it. Touchdown, Vikings. Adam Thielen, 43 yards. And the Vikings are able to cut into that deficit. The Vikings leave the offense on the field as they're going to line up and go for 2.
13.
51 the mic, boy. 51. Wrap it.
Foles will look to throw. This is caught. Was he in? Yes. 2 points. And, of course, on the 2-point try, had the option to run or pass. They pass it there, and it works.
Felt pretty straightforward, didn't it? An open receiver, ball's put on him, 2 points for them.
So 2 scores down. Time definitely not an ally, but here comes the onside kick. And the Saints hands team able to rein this one in. They knew they needed a miracle. They had to have that onside kick. They didn't get it.
Well, as we knew, even before they put the toe to the leather on that one, their chances of getting that done, slim and none. And I do believe we saw Slim just leave the door, didn't we?
We did indeed. I think we're down to none.
Check. Over. Hey, easy.
The busy night continues for Kamara. And I think this defense knew what was coming as he is smothered behind the line. Now the Vikings will use the second of their timeouts as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming 2nd down play. After the loss to start out, here's 2nd and 11. They run it again with Kamara. He gets them a little over half of what they needed. Now they're looking at a 3rd and 5. Now a timeout called for by the defense as they'll talk it over here before what will be an important 3rd down. They'll run. This is Kamara. And he'll lose yardage on the play back at the 37-yard line. That'll back him up 2 yards and also bring up 4th.
I have zero rooting interest in either team in this game. I only want a good game. But with all the offense we've seen from them tonight, it's kind of nice to see the defense step up and make a big play.
Yeah, I was wondering if they were ever going to get him in the backfield. Nice to see him get a stop. So they settle for just the 3, but clearly right now anything helps trying to salt this one away in the 4th.
Without a doubt, obviously a touchdown probably would have been the final nail to finish this thing off, but it's still ate up time, got points, so while it's not mission accomplished, it's darn close.
Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. And they're hoping to redo their efforts in the last drive when they got into the end zone.
And just think of what it's like now on the sideline, because when you score a touchdown, you have to go over and look at the tablet and see what you did on the last drive. When you scored points, it's a whole lot better view than when you're trying to figure out how to fix things there.
Now a desperation throw deep downfield. And that is incomplete. Showed off the arm strength there, but to no avail. 2nd down. Definitely desperation time. This just looks like, hey, throw it down there, hope that your guy can make a play.
You want him to make a play, but if not, maybe you get a pass interference call, and you know in the NFL, that's a spot foul. You get all of that yardage. That would be a big play.
We go.
An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25.
I smell fear in that offense.
SOS.
Yes.
2nd and 10. And this is intercepted, and that should do it. Picked up by Marcus Williams. And they are going to set up shop at the 40-yard line. Well, it wasn't always pretty, but the interception there, that means that they should get out of here with a victory.
Yeah, this is not a game that they're going to preserve for posterity on defense, but they did finish it off, didn't they? They did make the winning play to close things out. they'll take that one and head to the locker room.
Just a yard on the first down carry, so it's 2nd and 9. Now Kamara, and he's going to have to protect the football and take his lumps here at this stage of the game as they stop him behind the line. Charles, it's one thing to win. It's another thing to win and put up the amount of points that they did. Boy, were they clicking on offense.
They can't help but feel great about themselves, can they? I mean, what a game to put up that number of points, continually feeling they're moving the ball and things are working and clicking. They think that they can bottle this and carry it with them.
And as an offensive coordinator, you just don't think you can do anything wrong. Whatever you call, run, pass, it's all going to work.
That's called being in the zone.
So for the Saints, their good start continues as they get their record up to 4-2. And they'll be able to enjoy this one through the bye week before they get back at it again. Meanwhile, for Minnesota, the downward spiral continues as they drop to 0-6 now. And they'll be on the road next week as they get a date with the Jaguars in Jacksonville. Thanks for tuning in, everybody. Alongside Charles Davis, we thank our entire crew. I'm Brandon Gaudin. This is the NFL on EA Sports.